drop top, rain dripping, bad and bougie, I ain't tripping. Pull up, doors lifting, acrobatics, that bag flipping. Arm and Hammer, Betty Crocker, wrist work so damn proper. AP, effing vodka, money talks as a penny dropper. It's a light show, look up at the ceiling. Throwing blue notes, got them in their feelings. Slim waist, thick thighs, so appealing. Sweating like Freddy, cause I came to make a killing. And I'm balling out now, cause
Hey y'all, what's up? It's me, Cece, and today's conversation is tonight's conversation, okay? Keita Rose is no longer with the podcast Tonight's Conversation, and she is letting the tea spill. Now, I'm going to go ahead and be honest with y'all. Out of all the members on that panel, the only one I knew beforehand was Keita Rose. I've been watching her videos since she was just sitting in her car talking to the phone. So there's been a lot of drama with tonight's conversation. There's a lot of rumors flying back and forth, and I'm here to get to the bottom of it. And let's start with Keita's series. She's up to episode 7 last time I checked. We're going to check again before I end this video, but let's get into it.
Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Work For? So, because I'm unemployed, this is my content now. So if you like content like this, like, share, subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Hey, real quick. That's a fact. If you like this content, this is the type of stuff that you're into, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe over here too. Do that.
This is the creator of the pod. This is Randy Rosario, Mike the Poet, Trip Fontaine, Fine Ass Keita Rose, and Mojo Dada. A lot of you guys are like, well, I don't care about this bitch or that bitch. Where's my favorite? Oh, shit, there she go to your favorite. She be dropping them gems. This is Kitty Rose. She got Randy out quick, fast. She said, I want your spot. How can I manipulate everyone to get it? I'm going to detail that, though, in the following episodes. It's going to be like 500 episodes. Uh-oh, bonus feature. This guy says he used to be with Kitty, but that can't be true because it would have been around the time she was married, and she can't stand side bitches, and she can't stand cheating women. Ho, the drama, the tea. Hope we all heal. Hi, and welcome to episode 1 of Who the Fuck?
Okay, before we get into part 2, I'm going to be honest, I did not know who Kitty Rose was. I didn't know any other member except for Keita when I started watching this. And to be honest, I've never watched a full episode of the actual podcast Tonight's Conversation. The only time I would see it is if I was scrolling, TikTok or Shorts, and those viral clips would pop up. So I know a lot of their clips went super, super viral. And, it looked cool. It was entertaining for the 60 to 120 seconds that I saw it. But I just wasn't familiar with enough of those people enough to watch the entire episode.
Hello, and thank you for watching part 2 of Who the Fuck Did I Work For? I just want to address a few things that have been really pissing me off. Number 1, I'm not one of those friends that fall out with a friend and tell their business. These hoes actually never liked me at all. This isn't a hurt people situation. This is a you fucked around and now you're gonna find out. A lot of you are saying, this seems a little one-sided, Keita. Right, because I'm the only one talking. So, since your faves get paid to speak on a daily basis, they should have no problem speaking out. Before it was tonight's conversation.
Oh, and for everybody who's saying, oh, she too dramatic, she being too extra in her videos, she always been like this. Like, if you ask me, she's kind of toning it down just a smidge, just a little bit to tell the story, because Keita has always been over the top. And I think it's really entertaining. So if you think she being too much, watch somebody else's point of view of what happened. Because, like I said, even after the drama unfolded, I'm still not interested enough in any of these people to type their name in and go to their pages. But it's different for everybody.
Live and uncut. It was tonight's conversation. Love, sex, and relationships. The tour. I had never been on tour before. I was content creating and working HR at Kraft Macaroni and Cheese. I was HR there. By the way, since we're doing this, y'all probably shouldn't be eating that shit either, but if they sue me, they're going to take my son, so I best be shutting that ass up. But I got to meet some really great people. I met the very talented Jay Martinez, the very funny T.C. Caldwell, the really beautiful and talented K-Love the Poet, and Jojo! Look how happy I am. Stupid girl. This healed, emotionally mature, ready for marriage man. Honestly, this show was a vibe. It was a vibe. It was intimate. It was positive. I had millions of followers. TC had millions of followers, but he lost his page. And when he lost his page, Mojo Jojo said, "You're no longer valuable. Goodbye. Goodbye." This is my best friend, and the reason why I'm in this fucking predicament, she was following Mojo Jojo and couldn't believe he picked me to be on tour. So when Mojo Jojo hired me, he said that we were going to make a lot of money because he had done a lot of shows. This wasn't his first show. This was my first tour, but not his. He used to be on tour with, who's that? Apparently it started out a card game, but then they moved it to making content and then moved it on the road. I don't know. So one of the products sold on tour that made the tour and made him so lucrative is his card game. But word on the curb, allegedly is, this was not his idea. A little birdie told me that the card game was his idea, but he just didn't know how to market it right. Good thing Mojo Jojo is a master marketer. Ooh. Unfortunately, this is going to be the end of part 2. But don't worry, we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's to come in part 3.
That's what I'm telling you. Why? Wait, so y'all men really don't like getting y'all asses ate? No. Man, for what? Y'all better be glad I don't know. Oh, shit. Because I put these niggas after I be looking ass. I like for men to pee on.
Okay, now, like I said, I don't know a whole lot about ace, metaphor, simile, whatever you want to call them. But I really do want to know. I want to be a fly on the wall to know how he feel about her just changing his name to Mojo Jojo. Because mad people been putting that in the comments. That's just what they calling him now. And little Miss Ma'am right here. I done forgot her name. Kitty Rose. I've never heard her speak like this. Now, on the clips, on the shorts that I've seen, she's always the most eloquent. She always has her thoughts just planned out. She delivers them well. She speaks clearly to the point. She makes sense when she talks. I've never heard her speak like this. So, is she code switching? Is it just the persona? Is that her stage persona? What are we doing here?
Me, okay? In all true honesty, it's something about that scream hitting that.
Hello, governor, and thank you for watching episode 3 of Who the Fuck Did I Work For? I know.
You see her name at the top? Not your man favorite. Not that.
A lot of you don't like my delivery. I got this message today. When you do your next story time, could you do it less animated? It's taken away from your story time. No. And let me tell you why. No hate to you, because a lot of people have said that, right? They don't like my delivery, my antics, the animation. It's less believable. I don't give a shit what you believe. That's the truth. I'm telling you how I tell it. And I'm an animated person, so regardless of what I deliver, good news or bad news, it's gonna come out animated, you bland, boring bitches.
I told y'all she always been like this. So when scandal happens, like when the drama really unfolds, do you think she's gonna be less animated or more animated? I might need to get louder and start making some voices too so I can get my subscribers up, because what?
Anyway, where did we leave off?
Y'all like getting y'all asses ate? No. Man, for what? Y'all better be glad I don't know. Oh, shit. Because I put these niggas.
Ooh, you guys.
Brother,
You guys were mad about that one. You guys acted like I made that video. First of all, I just like to address a couple things. One, I'm not kink shaming anybody. If you want to get pissed on, you want to get pissed on. I don't. I'm not judging you. We listen and we don't judge. You're mad at me because your favorite coach, life coach, likes to get pissed on. What did I do? A lot of you said, well, if that's her husband, it is what it is. But that wasn't her husband in the video. So Number 3, this isn't about booty eating, grocery shopping, or anything of the sort. This was to show you how she speaks around people that she's comfortable with. So when you guys...
Exactly. And that's what I was saying. I've never heard her speak like that. She actually sounds to me like the type of woman that she would degrade or downplay when she was sitting on that stage speaking about the type of women that she didn't like. That's really, I don't know if I call it a code switch, but it's something. She doing something.
I said I was bullying her, right? When she got on TikTok, crying, Y'all were like, oh, you're going too hard. No. She talked like that. She talked like nigga, bitch. That's how she talked. It's just that, not on stage. So I wasn't bullying anybody. But I bet a bitch won't try to bully me. But I bet a bitch won't try to bully me. So the guy in the video was not her husband, right? And so he was just somebody that she was doing business with. Now this guy, a lot of you have seen his video. He dated her. I'm not sure what happened, but she sent him a very long apology via email, which is, oh my God, like, is he a colleague or a nigga you messing with? I ain't gonna hold you. I didn't read that email. And once I see that your text is this long, you lost me. Now, I don't know why.
Let's see what I can see. It says, changing and always admitting your faults. I was a monster. Child. I was a monster towards you. I should have handled everything as promptly as you did. I disrespected you. I can't pretend like I don't wish we could go back in time. That's narcissist flag number 1. If you're willing to consider a possible reconciliation, I will book couples therapy and submit the payment with you over screen share. I will put in all efforts and work on me. I will make sure to prioritize our relationship. I will compromise more. It does hurt. I was calling to check on you today, but I didn't think everything would hit me. Please consider this as an apology. If you'd be willing, I'd love to give us a try again. I see how great we can be. You're a beautiful soul and an amazing man. I am a wonderful woman who allowed my past to sabotage my ways and dictate my behavior. I feel as though we can learn to navigate through and cope with our experiences. Please. Please, as a full sentence, speaks volumes. All I'm asking is one last chance, I'm assuming. I hope to hear from you soon. Now, for anybody, this whole message is a red flag to me, because anybody that, when you tell them they're doing something that hurts you, and they keep doing that thing, 1, they don't care. 2, when you finally set your boundary and stand on that and leave, and then they come back to you and be like, hey, I know what I did wrong. I know every possible way that I could fix it. I know what you wanted from me that I just refused to give you. I know all the right things to do for you. They're not going to do it for you. They're going to do it long enough to get you back, and then they're going to do the same thing they was doing in the beginning because they knew what to do the whole time.
Her and the guy you just seen broke up, but I do know that he stated she threw a lot of insults. She was very violent, very angry, and she sent this and another 4 or 5 emails. Like I told you, guys can pause it. I ain't reading it. Now, a lot of women in the comments were like, well, she's apologizing. Yeah, but what he's trying to convey is with narcissistic women, they will do something terrible and then apologize, and then do something terrible and then apologize. The apology is more to get you back so they can have more of their supply, not that they actually mean it, because if they meant it, they would stop. Now, upon this guy coming out, there's another guy that came out saying that she shot him with his own gun. Shot at him or shot him? Listen here.
What in the first 48 do Kitty got going on?
Damn near exactly what happened with me and her when I dated her. She saw that I had did some shit in my phone. We started fighting. Well, we didn't even start fighting. She started hitting me. I was 200 pounds, like 250 at the time, 6 feet tall. She's 5'3", 150 pounds soaking wet. I'm like, I can't hit you, so I'm trying to get out the way. She get in the car, keep hitting me, destroys my car, and then shoots at me with my own gun 3 times.
They coming out the woodwork to tell on Kitty like this was a Diddy case or something. Like, where all these dudes come from? Trying to tell their side. Do we need a surviving Kitty documentary? Is that what we're doing?
And pop goes the bad bitch. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are from. Thank you for watching episode 4, season 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Work For? A lot of you don't like that there be smoke in my videos, but I'm unemployed. To everybody that has reached out to me, asked me if my mental is okay, asked me if I'm good, I really do appreciate you. I seen some comments saying like playing the victim. She acts like a victim. I'm not a victim. I don't even want to call myself a victim. I trusted a man with taco meat on his face. That man has a taco meat beard. That is the makings of a shiesty fella. Ladies, if your boyfriend has taco meat on his face, he's going to mess you up. Listen to me. I can speak from experience. And that reminds me, a lot of you were saying, well, I wouldn't listen to such and such, or I wouldn't listen to such and such. Listen, it didn't start off a panel. It was first a conversation. So season 1 was me, Rico, Mojo, Jojo. Y'all, let's take a poll, guys. Do you like Mojo, Jojo? Or do you like taco meat beard man? So I know I mentioned in my story on Instagram that he used to say things like, you're not going to be aesthetically pleasing, or are you working on your weight, Keita? And that this is what I look like when I met him. But who was ugly? Also, taco meat on your face. Now, Rico was the first villain. He came in to not only be a part of the podcast, but like help direct the podcast. So one day we were shooting, and I guess we all found out that Rico didn't appreciate being talked to a certain way, and also just it was bad. It was explosive. Now, Mojo Jojo said in one of his lives that I think that he had hired 100 cast members. There's been so many cast members in and out of his house. That was the guest cast. That wasn't core cast. Core cast stayed the same every freaking day. So we're sitting in his basement.
Okay, so when you think about production, any type of show, having 100 cast members at any point in time, is he the only one paying these people? If everybody's getting paid and he is the main source of funding for this show, then I'm assuming he's a multi-millionaire. Like I said, I don't know. I could be wrong. You can get in the comments and tell me I'm wrong, but that's a fair assumption, because how you paying all these people?
And we're all having a conversation about I just don't know what. But Mojo Jojo and Rico get into it back and forth and back and forth. Rico doesn't like how he's being spoken to, so he says something along the lines of, shut up, I'll beat your ass in your own house. Something like that. I don't know. Allegedly, it's not verbatim. And then Mojo Jojo said, use your words. At that moment, I was so excited. I was like, oh my gosh. Hit him. Hit him. But he didn't. He acted very professionally. We didn't see Rico again. And I think that's when we saw him, I guess, 1 or 2 straggling shows, but Rico didn't need the money. So we didn't see Rico again. But I think that's when I found out that when you do stand up for yourself, I mean, he didn't have to say. But when you do challenge him, you're going to get fired. It's going to be your last day, bud. And sure, I could have quit at that moment. I could have said, oh, you can't challenge him. If you challenge him, it's going to be a problem. But I did not, because I enjoyed the people that I worked with. I was making good money. And I didn't want to quit my job. Would you quit your job if you found out that your boss was what's crazy is
and that's another great point, too. Everybody just so quick on the internet to give advice. Oh, you quit. If somebody talk to me crazy, I'm quitting. You not walking out on your job just at the first minor inconvenience. You're not doing that. And I don't care if you're an entertainer, influencer, streamer, or you work at Walmart. You're not just walking out on your job well, some of y'all might, but educated individual is not just leaving their job. That's the same. It's apples and oranges, but it's almost the same as telling somebody that is in an unhealthy relationship, well, just leave. Yeah, that sounds like common sense, but I have no job, no car, no way to make money. Most likely I have kids, and my entire life is tied to this individual. So, yeah, I'll just go sleep under the freeway, because that's the best decision to make. Y'all so quick to give advice, don't have all the information, and then that's what I'm going to start calling it. LRA. That's what y'all give on the internet. Life-ruining advice. Keep it up. Great job, guys.
Along the years, a lot of people have been using words like narcissist and diagnosing everyone around them. But when you actually see a narcissist, do you know what to look for? A lot of you think that I am bullying our friend Kit Kat, but I'm not. I truly believe she's a female narcissist. And no, I'm not a doctor. But I think when you blindly believe and follow whoever, including myself, you don't do victims justice. People that didn't deserve whatever happened to them. So please think about that, because these men, and there are a lot of men. Oh, there's so many. It's raining men. So a gentleman reached out and said that he dated Kitty, the, relationship expert. So I'm sure the relationship was healthy and loving and progressive. Well, he said that he was cheating on her, right? Which no woman wants. So I want to be fair and tell all the facts. But the woman just reached out, I guess the girl that he cheated with, and it says Kitty did try to kill him that night. It was because I had butt dialed him. Around that time, he had been messing with both me and her. She found out. Then shit got ugly. That girl used to cyber stalk me. She found out where I lived. She used to go live and talk about me and him over her FB and TikTok. It was a whole shit show. So she's saying she butt dialed him. And because of that, Kitty was on the phone. She heard. They began to fight. Now, that's what you heard in part 3. They began to fight. The car got damaged. Shots went off. She used his own gun to shoot at him. All because of a butt dial. Now, of course, the story is going to get deeper. And I'm invested. Are you? Hello, and thank you for watching episode 5, season 1 of Who the Fuck Did I Work For? Now, see, I would love to keep the storyline in order, but your faves keep getting on lives, forcing people to be uncomfortable and look at them and talking about some shit that don't even matter. So I thought to react to the live. I have to watch it here because I'm blocked.
Numbers don't lie, sir. You right. You don't know them. You don't know the numbers. You ain't did the education, Slay. You ain't did the education, Slay. You ain't did the education.
People that feel like they gotta get on there and just be the loudest one. Well, first of all, he ain't gotta be the loudest one because he on live. So theoretically, like, he talking to the fans, but he talking to himself. But if you got to do all that to get your point across, especially when people are asking you questions, like, that's how you respond to genuine curiosity. It don't come off as sincere to me, but I guess somebody believe.
You don't know the numbers. Matter of fact, I do. You ain't did the education. You guys, like, I love y'all, man, and honestly, I hope at some point in your life, and a lot of you guys are there.
Look at Mandy.
And the comments is trying to help him out. They like, this not a good look, bruh. They like, get your lawyer up and stop talking. Like, they're trying to help him, but I don't think he a couple fries short of a Happy Meal.
In your life,
y'all don't know the numbers.
To the point where, excluding the people that are already there. Right?
I ain't followed her today.
When you get to the point where you're organizing a national tour, self-funded,
from money you stole,
self-promoted,
using our pixels.
You know what I'm saying?
Self. Yikes.
You'll have a better perspective.
Then give us that perspective.
There's promoters all over the country that'll listen to me talk and understand everything that I'm saying.
We understand you. We just don't believe you.
I'm not trying to go back and forth.
So let's get to one of the ways he had me messed up. He likes to show the P&L sheet. Everybody was talking about the P&L sheet. Kitty was like, I saw the P&L sheet. We've all got sent P&L sheets. They don't have any information on them, and they're doctored because guess who creates the P&L sheets? Okay. We've never gotten any information on how much the tour, the app, the clips, the YouTube, the anything have ever made. We've never gotten information on it. The only time we can piece information together is when he's bragging. I got big money. I wipe my ass with 50,000. I make $500,000 a weekend. That's the only time we can kind of say, hey, because I remember something wasn't right with my money, though. And speaking of that, let's talk about it. So at May, me and my ex been broken up for a couple weeks. cordial, everything's fine, but I'm waiting for my paychecks, and I'm like, what's going on? Because a lot of y'all were saying, well, why was he your manager? He wasn't my manager, but Ace didn't like talking to women. So JT is Randy's husband. Carlos is Kitty's. Well, they said she might not be married. That'll be on the next. I don't know if what. I'm just guessing. Carlos, and then there was Kel, my boyfriend, but he wanted to speak to a man because he said that women don't quite get it.
Okay, all right. Now, when it comes to this part, I kind of get it and I kind of don't. Saying that you don't want to speak to a woman about money in 2025 is diabolical. That's one. But also, if that woman has a man in their life that they can trust with their finances, I understand him being more comfortable talking to that man, that male counterpart. But at the same time, if you working with the woman, you're on tour with the woman, you're doing shows and content and videos and reels and shorts and long form content with the woman, pay the woman.
They don't quite get it, and it's easier to talk to the men, even if the men don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So usually we just send them off to have the conversation and then get the information conveyed, right? So they never talked about this, not to me. That's why it was done behind my back. And apparently, after I signed the contract, he changed things up to where we had to buy our own plane tickets, we had to buy our own hotels, and there were no more rental cars. All that used to be given to us, now it was taken away. So he was like, well, we can't do, I guess, to him, to Kel.
Okay, first of all, that's messed up because if your talent, your transportation, and your stay is supposed to be covered. And sometimes food if you're on the clock. Sometimes food too.
Was what we can do is make a deal to give you in advance so that you can pay for these things, and then we'll just take it from her shows in the back end. Okay, even if that was the case, even if I would have been okay with some dumb shit like that, and I absolutely wouldn't have, because why am I paying to work? Is this 12 years of slave? Even if I would have been okay with some dumb shit like that, why send it to his personal bank account? All the money has been sent to my bank account. Would it be because when I checked my bank account, I'd have been like, what's this for? So his manager writes back and says that attaches a promissory note. The promissory note isn't signed. The promissory note just basically says, I promise to pay, but it isn't signed. No one freaking signed it, not even the ex. So who promised to pay you? Every time you ask about the money, it's we're going bankrupt, we don't have it, I'm losing, I'm redlined. Every time you say, well, I'm sorry, you're having money issues, it's I'm not having money issues, I got big money. So you never quite know. That's why he was shaking and flailing. Also, I'd like to talk about the public support of my colleagues, right? The people that I've been on the pod with. I've never asked for public support. I never said, you better like this comment or say this or that. I stand alone because I can stand alone. I don't need anybody to say I left because of, or I believe her, or I had these kind of conversations. All I need people to do is when I'm lying, stop me. Contracts were changed out the blue, new change.
That's a bar. When I'm lying, stop me. That's a bar right there, because ain't nobody stopped it yet. Nobody.
Just couldn't happen so fast. They couldn't be put on the contract. It just every single day was a mess of like, what? So yes, most of the time he did pay on time, with exceptions, as he stated. You can write the manager, complain, say this isn't right, wait, what's going on? All you're going to get is a long, drawn-out response that the same shit that he's going to tell you, but long and drawn out with big words. Now, I still haven't gone over the fact that he called me several times to get a hold of my merch, right? He wanted my merch. He wanted to take control of it. Even though I said I already had a crew, I already had my situated, I did not need help. He called me every single day until I said, okay. I had a lot going on. My address had been leaked. There's a lot of...
Okay, so this is the only part where I don't, like, I feel Keita, because if you're trying to work, you got personal stuff going on and somebody is pestering you, yes, it can wear you down, but it's her merch. Nobody, and I mean nobody, would have got a hold of my merchandise. Because first of all, it takes a big investment to even get merch. So I don't care how many times you call me and ask for it, you're not getting it. And you going to stop calling me. You going to stop calling me, you going to stop bothering me, because I'll be the first one. That'll be the time when I was talking about just quit earlier. That would be the time when it happens. If you want me to keep working, you're going to leave me alone, because nobody is disrupting my peace. That's the hard stop for me. That's where the boundary is. Get off my phone and send me the money.
Like, I found out my address was leaked. I was moving. I had a lot going on. So I said, okay. And I didn't even get to the part where he wouldn't give me my merch back unless I said thank you and bought a bottle of tequila. And he put it in an email, and I thought he was joking, but little did I know he was not kidding at all. Hello, and
They love sending emails in 2025, don't they? That's wild.
hello, my fellow crash outs, and thank you for watching episode 6 of Who the F Did I Work For? Had to censor myself. They're trying to take my pages. If you no longer see me on any of the platforms, follow my YouTube. That means Mojo Jojo 1. So there's a rumor that Mojo Jojo is smashing everybody on the cast, and I don't know where y'all came up with that. But I do know I did say he was dibbling and dabbling for show. Yeah, I know I said that. I got something on my shirt. So this is my very first tour. I'm getting to perform. I'm seeing new fans in new cities. I love this experience, but I'm starting to get irritated, and I'm telling K-Love this. I'm starting to get irritated at Mojo Jojo and the things he would say on stage, especially like if you're in an otherwise healthy and happy marriage, and he decides to cheat on you, your husband decides to cheat on you, you shouldn't leave because otherwise, like other than that, you were happy. Well, clearly we weren't happy because I'm getting cheated on. So
That sounds stupid. I don't have no long drawn out reaction to that part. It's dumb.
that's the stuff that I would say that would make him very mad. And he would only show that after we got off stage. So then I realized, okay, I'm going to have to censor myself because he's not going to let me really express. So aside from all the women that, like, the fans that would sleep with Mojo Jojo, because this is when I found out that tour life means a lot of effing is going on. A lot of boot scooting boogieing. So aside from all the women that he would sleep with on tour, he would sleep with, you know, his assistants. So I met one of his assistants that let me know that he get down. Got a couple kinks as well. I'm not shaming it, but it does involve throw up. So Kit Kat ain't the only one that just loves bodily functions. Bodily fluids, I meant. I'm sorry, I'm really frazzled by a lot of all this. I don't kink shame, but I don't think it's wrong to be kink surprised. Imagine a close friend being like, I just need to be pooped on. Every day I think about it. Love it. So after every show, we like to go out and eat, celebrate. And I remember being in Dayton, Ohio, and talking to his wife, and basically telling them that they had amazing husbands because I seen them do their job and go home. And they really showed me that married men can absolutely be in front of a whole bunch of women that are open and ready to pop it up, to pop it out. They can see that and say, what I got at home is more precious, and go to their hotel room and not be frazzle-dazzling in the lobby. And this is where I learned that cheating on your significant other or your spouse doesn't only hurt your significant other, but it really makes everybody around the situation feel uncomfortable. Because as I'm speaking to these ladies, his girl comes up and says, well, what about Mojo Jojo? You're saying he's faithful. What about him?
If he was faithful, she would have said it when she mentioned the other two.
So I would like to take a poll. If you knew that your boss was unfaithful and at the company Christmas party, his wife asks you, what are you going to say? Are you going to tell her the truth, or are you going to say, yeah, he's absolutely faithful. He's just like the rest of them. He's doing good.
You better not say nothing, because I've seen way too many documentaries where the spouse finds out and they air everybody out. You definitely don't want to be the person that said it, like the person that ruined their life, because that blind rage that people get, like, you don't want to lose your life because he being selfish.
Well, if your answer was not the latter one, because mine was, I looked at her right in her face and I was like, he is faithful. Yeah, he really loves you. I didn't know what else to say. I did not want to lose my job. I was put in a very awkward situation. Me and that girlfriend weren't close then. Now we are, but we weren't close then, and I just didn't know what to do. And that's when I realized how selfish. He put me in this situation. Now, I might be wrong, but he put me in that situation. He didn't even have a type. some wheelchair, little hand. I'm not trying to be rude. It didn't matter. It didn't matter the disability. Not to say anybody was like not able to function. I don't think he took advantage of anyone. They were able, but the disabled, they're able. You hear what I'm saying? The disabled is able. They get down. You hear what I'm saying?
It's a mess. It's a mess. It ain't even a regular mess. It's a hot mess right now. And I'm here for it.
That podcast want a big platform to shit on the people you used to work with.
I want to shit on the people I used to work with.
If Keita Rose go to the JVP, I am telling you. I don't care what tier that is. I'm watching. We're watching.
Good afternoon, good morning, good night, my fellow crash outs reporting for duty. A lot of you said, Keita, where's episode 7? Right? Where's episode 7? Because it was Sunday. I can't do that on the Lord's Day. Uh-oh! Looks like they're trying to take a real ninja down. It's funny, everybody's okay with peeing and throwing up until you talk about it, and now I'm doing something wrong. Okay. So I just want to make a couple of things clear before we start this episode, because I really want to thank all of you for reaching out again. Every time I open my DMs, I'm getting a lot of love, and I know that there's a lot of hate too, but let me show you what a leader is. A leader knows that hate's gonna come. So I'm checking my DMs and I see a DM from this guy, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, he's probably gonna say, sis, keep your head up, it's gonna be okay. Like most of the DMs. Only I was surprised.
That little bug was messing me up. Did that catch y'all off guard too? I'm like, is it something? Well, I mean, I knew it wasn't on my screen. You know what I mean? But like, I didn't know she had something going on. She wild for that.
So as you can see in 2021, I said, what's up? And Calamar said, man, I got this skit for us to do. I know a lot of you are saying, wait, what does this have to do with the Tonight's Conversation podcast? This is a little bonus segment because I'm going to show you guys how I'm coming if you think that you can speak to me disrespectfully. I don't care that I'm pissing off y'all's kings and queens of pee-pee and doo-doo. It's not my concern, but it's also not your fight. So I'm thinking Calamar is cool, right? And so, I said, what's up? He's like, man, I want to do this skit 2021. Fast forward to 2025, okay? I used to look at you like a smart businesswoman, but to find out you quit the radio for a podcast, girl, you dumb as fuck. K104 been around 20 years. You left stability for a funky-ass podcast. You should know better. Thanks for the financial advice, Calamar. I'm really going to use it next time. I'm going to give some advice now. Be careful for the people that find pleasure in your pain. Like when you tell somebody bad news and you see that their corners of their mouth are like going up because it's like, ooh, those people been preying on you for a minute and they couldn't wait to let you know that you failed.
That's real.
A lot of you would like to know what happened with me on K104 and I didn't say anything. What? You mean you can leave a job and not say anything to anybody even though thousands of people are asking you, where'd you go? Every day? Even a year after? I can do that. This time I chose not to. So I used to work for the best radio show in Dallas, Didi in the Morning with Jay Cruz, Didi McGuire, JJ Williamson, Trey G, and yeah, it was a vibe. I said K104 wanted to pay me $50 and then wanted me to take a price cut. I made triple then, so. He's like, I mean, you gotta start somewhere. That should have went up. Lady J left with $500,000. You still my girl. I'm not your girl. We're not even friends. I didn't even respond to your skit request, and that's why you're mad. No hate to anybody. If I'm already making $150, I don't want to keep making $50. I understand staying at a company for 45,000 years, but that's not what I like to do. I was on tour for 2 years. I was making about $150, and I decided to get another job because
a whole fucking week. And if you know me, you know that's like a record. I've been a content creator, influencer, whatever you want to call it, for a couple years now. And I've had a job. And I've went to school at the same fucking time. I still have a job. I've never stopped working.
Imagine being on tour from Friday to Sunday, working sometimes two shows each day, and then flying back home Sunday in order to be at work at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Monday through Friday. And then Friday, after your shift ends at 10 at the radio, you hop on a plane and go to whatever city so that you can start your other job. And I didn't work two jobs because I have a money problem, a gambling issue, an alcohol problem, or a spending problem, or any of that. I worked two jobs. I never stopped working because I like money. Now, my nervous system felt safer here. I love Dallas. I love the people. I love everything about this situation, but the money wasn't moneying. I was tired. I said, okay, well, let me go to the boss. So I go and talk to Gio, and I'm like, hey, contract, And he's like, everyone wants to worry about contracts. Everyone cares about contracts, but do you work? How about you do good work? I do good work. That's why I'm talking to you about a contract. He said I was something along the lines of, you're just a content creator. But I later found out why Gio didn't really want me there. I have a bachelor's degree in media, and that was my first, radio job ever, and it happened to be on the best morning show ever. So I did pretty well. I wasn't just a content creator because you wouldn't have chosen me if that were the case. But see, advice number 2.
You gotta know your worth. Don't let other people tell you, oh, you're just this or just that, or you have that little business. You can't let somebody else minimize you or any of your accomplishments, because that probably means they're projecting.
Be careful for when you stand up for what you're worth. Be careful for those people that when you do that, they try to devalue you. You aren't worth that. You think you worth that? You ain't worth that. I promise you I am, and I'm going to show you. I said goodbye to everybody that I love, and then I started doing brand deals and made about $15,000 to $20,000 in 30 seconds to a minute. So,
who are them brands? What brand? What? Keita, let me holler at you. What brands was you talking to? Cause the brand deals that I get, they send me like a free pot holder and a PayPal. But I'm gonna need the brands that you was branding with, cause my brands need more branding.
I knew I ain't had to do that no more. I was gonna be just fine. I don't know what Lady J, I don't know nothing about this, and I don't know how you know. Also, Lady J was working there for like 10 plus years. So whatever she left with, she probably deserved. I wasn't finna stay no 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I said I quit K104 when Gio said there's no money in radio. They wanted to give me pennies. Gio said I was just a creator that sits in her car and talk. But that's why they hired me. LOL. I've missed LOL. I made $150 off rip with the pod, so Lady J was there 16 years, you idiot. Oops. Sorry. And as I type this, I still make more than you. I'm not trying to shit on you, but calling me stupid when we both in Dallas is wild. So is it like smoke, or did you just want to call me out my name while I'm going through hard times? I'm not your girl, bitch. I don't even know you. Because I don't even know you. He says, I'm the latter, and I don't live in Dallas. And it could be smoke. Shit, I ain't tripping. I was so scared when he sent that. I was so scared. Now you mad as fuck. If I was in your position, I'd be mad too. And you definitely don't make more than me. Ooh, man.
And sassy?
Sorry, y'all, I'm making a pizza. Okay, I said, what position? You think I'm broke? Ha! What the fuck? I'm charging a nigga up that owe me money. Unfortunately, I had to crash out for him to hear me. But guess what? We close to solving everything. I don't know why bitch niggas like you think you can just talk to women. You don't know anyway. You're balding. You're not funny. And we shouldn't be speaking. So it's not smoke. I used to look at you like a businesswoman. Why? Because I had a job. You mark ass. I never gave...
Yo, the 80s West Coast insults are killing me, because that's literally something I would do. You know what? Let's continue.
I can see if I gave business advice. I was like one of y'all fake ass financial gurus. Make $400,000 in 40 minutes, but I never did that. If you make more money than me, then why are you talking? I don't know any rich men, and I know a lot. I don't know any rich men that would sit there and talk to a poor broke girl. I said, focus on your millions, you busted ugly bitch. I'm not mad. I just gotta show people how I'm coming at them when they feel they can say stupid shit.
And that's the type of time I be on. You don't even have to be mad to crash out on somebody. You just gotta show them who they can play with and who they can't play with. So yes, I'm going over the top when you come this way with the dumb stuff, because I don't even want you to begin to start to think that you can start to think to begin to play with me, because I'm not the one. That's all. I'm with that type of time.
To me. But you're still my boo. Now, when he asked me to do the skit, I looked at his page and I didn't laugh, so I didn't respond. And his teeth are white, so they look like they're new, but he has old breath. And if you look right here, there's a gap because he's up. There's patches. All of it's gone, but don't worry, Calamar. I'm just like you. You must be stressed because I was. Let me show you something. This was my hair when I left working for Mojo Jojo. So I understand being bald, Calamar. My hair grew back, but I'm praying for yours. So everybody go to Calamar's shows. He works at the Improv, but you have to go early for his shows because he's probably the first comedian and not the last. A lot of you are like, wow, it seems like you're having a manic episode. I'm glad you can identify what a manic episode is. It means I'm doing my job. So I'm about to wrap up this episode, but I do want to let you guys know that my little red phone rang and Mojo Jojo's lawyer and my lawyer have been getting sticky for a couple of days now. Mojo Jojo has a very angry and mean lawyer, but so do I. He says that he might, just might, make things right, not only with me, but with some of the people that he's wronged. Man, that's accountability there.
Also, if he's Mojo Jojo, then Keita is Buttercup. A lot of people been saying she has to be Blossom, but nah, y'all wasn't there. Buttercup was the one that had hands and a short temper. Now, if you remember the drawings, they ain't have no fingers on their hands. They just had the little nubs. But Buttercup would steal off on you and then talk to you afterwards. That's Keita.
There. I really, really appreciate that. So my next episode will be interesting. Tune in.
Okay, so I was getting ready to end this video, and Keita put out episode 8 of Who the F Did I Work For. Might as well get this one on this video, and then I let her put out 4 or 5 more before we react to any more. But y'all, she recorded Mojo Jojo. I done forgot the man's real name at this point. Something metaphor. Ace. She talked to Ace, and she hit that button on him. So, let's get into this one, and I'll catch y'all next time.
To get this done, we have to do it, obviously, above the board.
What's that mean?
Right, because...
let me go ahead and let me go ahead and read the caption. So it says, my fellow crash outs, the last week has been the hardest of my life. What started as a way to tell my truth by showcasing my abuse and calling out my abuser has turned into something beyond what I could have imagined. Standing up for myself has encouraged so many people to come to me, not only with their own traumas, but with similar stories related to Ace Mojo Jojo metaphor. And Ace Mojo Jojo metaphor. And the people in his close circle as well. While creating my series, Who the F Did I Work For, many different women from Mojo's past and present started coming to me with their accounts of his abuse. I did not just take their word for it. In fact, I checked the information and proof of abuse was provided. I was aware of the financial abuse that Ace metaphor inflicted. Inflicted on employees, exes, and friends. But what I thought was only financial abuse has turned into something far more sinister. Oh my gosh, bro. Alright, let's do it.
It means that technically we can't say what we're doing this for. Yeah, I like that being more of it. He was saying that what your lawyer said, and then I like it being something that is private between us that don't get out. But it doesn't benefit neither one of us to go to court about this. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? It's not worth it for me. The amount of money I would pay lawyers to keep watching your page and doing this and doing that, it's not fucking worth it. So,
lawyers to watch her page. He sounding like Drake a little bit.
But what I'm saying is, like, I didn't need an all-encompassing NDA. It was 100 just to not talk about this.
Yes, but that's the NDA.
Hold on. Nah, I mean, shit, if you want to keep, like, I don't, like, look, it was 100 to talk about this, and then 250 in work. Quote, unquote.
For the NDA?
No, just this specific thing.
Right, that's the NDA. That's the one that I need to sign the NDA about.
One more question.
Yeah.
What about just the 5 all this year? Like 250 now, 250 6 months.
So give me 500,000.
I'm gonna tell you this: if you take that money and you just put it in the stock market, in 4 years you'll probably have more money. You know what I'm saying?
Nope, I don't know how to do stock markets. You don't.
You know what I'm saying? You'll just have it. You get what I'm saying? You'll have it. Like the idea, and this is I'm telling you from my side of it.
That's a narcissist move, to do something to you, saying, "Hey, I'll pay you if you stop telling people what I did to you. But matter of fact, this is what you should do with the money that I'm giving to you because I violated you." You don't get out my face.
I would do it. I would have the money.
Don't like it around you forever, and then other people's characters are going to start to be questioned. Because my first thought was, which one of his niggas knew and sat by an abuser and continued to make money? That was my first thought when I saw it. So when I asked Mike, I'm like, did you know?
Keita, I know you have your opinions of me. All right? I know you do. And I know that there's some things that...
Also, I should have put a trigger warning up there because this could be triggering to anybody who's dealt with people who have these tendencies. So just, if you need to go on and exit out, do what you got to do.
It could have been done better. But when I listen to your opinions of me sometimes, it do hurt my feelings. And I'm not taking away from your hurt feelings.
No, I do be trying to hurt your feelings.
But
You be pissing me
that
off.
don't mean that... Oh, and listen, just like things got back to you, things got back to me.
I tell them to people on purpose so that they get back to you.
You know.
So with Kitty,
I'm telling you.
I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
So I was going through a breakup, so I was going through a lot, and then somebody had doxed me in January, and they shared my address, so people came to my door, knocked on my door, scared my kid, so we all like slept in the same bed together because we didn't know if people were gonna like come in. They called my phone a million times. It was scary the whole night, and like people were sending Uber Eats. People were like, "You gonna die, bitch?" Because it was around the time that I had talked shit about Nicki Minaj, so the barbs were already on me. So as soon as my address and phone number hit Twitter, I was cooked.
Okay, hold on. I know she's talking about getting doxxed and everything, but the text just changed. It says, Ace has been trying to have me sign an NDA for years to prevent all his freaky, nasty stories he tells to people to come out to the public. In a poorly planned attempt to damage my character and make me look crazy, Ace is now attempting to accuse me of extorting him. Yes, that was me on the recording, and yes, I did yell, scream, and curse at him. I spoke to him in the most disrespectful manner purposefully, because after days of his continuous lies, when he initiated contact with me, I was enraged and he pushed me to my breaking point. I have tried to talk to this man respectfully, and he has, lost my place, disrespected me in return time and time again, so I am through being nice. I would talk to him and anyone else in the same if they put me through what he has. In Ace's flawed extortion claim, he fails to mention that it was him and his team who initially reached out to me and offered money in order to bury this particular provable story of abuse. At this point, our lawyers got involved. My lawyer even started representing one of Ace's victims in order to not only negotiate fair compensation for myself, but fair compensation for the victims as well, and even discussed us coming back together and having an open discussion with our audiences, deep diving into how we resolved our conflict. Okay, real quick, to touch on her having to justify why she was enraged with him, why she would yell and scream at him, is called reactive abuse. When somebody does something to you, gaslights you, pushes you, they know your triggers and they trigger you on purpose, and you get to your breaking point and they keep going, when you flip out on them, when you finally crash out on them, and it's usually worse than whatever they was doing because they broke you on purpose, then they want to say, well, oh, look at you. Look at what you're doing. Look at how you're acting. Yeah, because you got me to this point. And while we all need to be self-accountable, we need to be able to regulate our emotions. And while we should be able to compose and handle ourselves in a way where we don't get to that point, when we get to that point, the point is there. So that's what in my opinion, I'm by no means a professional. I have a digital cinematography degree. I'm not a psychologist, but that's what I see and that's what I hear in this. So when you get to that point, I don't feel the need to justify or explain it. You got me there. Now we here. So what's up?
So that really fucked me up. So I went ahead and I had to move. I couldn't really afford to like do tour, help my family out, and move. But I moved anyway because I was scared because I got a son. So I told Randy that, and you know, she was like really mad about it. But then Kitty told me that, you know, she got my address. Randy got my address from Natasha. So I called Natasha. And Natasha was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to give her your address." She was like, what'd she say? She was like, I thought she had some of your merch and she wanted your address, right? But you're not supposed to give my personal information out to castmates. But anyways, I let it go. And then so me and Kitty became cool because she told me, she was like, "I got something to tell you about Randy." She's like, she leaked your address. So I just blocked Randy. I didn't even say anything. I just blocked her. I was like, I'm done. So, me and Kitty became cool, very close. She told me you fucked her over real bad. She was struggling really bad with money. I gave her sister food. Because she said her sister. I gave her food. I gave her a pantry of my food. I did a lot for her. I bought her an edible arrangement. I took her out to eat and paid for the whole thing. I did a lot. And then, you know, she snaked in the fucking worst way. Because you weren't supposed to know. You weren't supposed to know that we had came together.
I am on my, I don't like to swear, but on everything I love. When I talked to Kitty in Dallas, she wasn't trashing any of that.
I didn't say she trashed. I said she told you what she didn't have no reason telling you.
No, she didn't. It wasn't you know what I'm saying? It was.
She already apologized for telling you what she told you.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, it wasn't in an attempt to get them out. They ain't blah blah blah. It was an attempt to, hey, how?
I don't care about her. That's the reason. My son is in danger. I had to buy another motherfucking house, and that bitch is in Dallas, and I'll fuck that bitch up.
I don't want to get you upset.
My son, nigga. I don't play with my son.
Hey, we don't have to talk about Keita no more.
Never again. I don't.
Person to person, Keita.
No, I'm just telling you. I don't want anything from you, Ace. I don't want anything. At first, I thought you were gonna make it right. It was a whole day. I can't spend days and days on this, so I'm just gonna let it go from here. I wanted to call you and just say, I wanted to let you know how you've hurt people. That's all. How you've hurt me. Like a lot of people, Natasha told her stories too, and everybody can talk about how they've left you and you've done this and you've done that, and you've gotten what you are good at is meticulously doing something to somebody, whether you make them love you, and I don't see how they can, or you give them financially fucked up, right? And then they say, okay.
Okay, so now she's saying, I'm a veteran with mental health, illness, bipolar, depression, GAD, and PTSD. I am a proud mental health advocate, and my podcast is named Unmedicated and Educated. So it shouldn't be all that surprising if my response to financial, mental, emotional, or physical abuse is a little extreme. There is so much more to the story. The drama's been going on for years, and Ace has been playing with my money in this fake setup. Negotiation for months. As you all can see, he's not the only one with the audio recordings. The rest will be outlined in my upcoming project and apparently in a court of law. To my crash outs, I love you and thank you for your support. To my castmates and fellow employees, I apologize if you were hurt by this, but facing abuse is often uncomfortable. Lastly, to Anthony Terrell Knowles, I'll see you in court, B.
maybe he'll make it right, and we continuously do that because you play this like nice guy role that everyone fell in love with, like 2 million followers, you know? 2 million women are like, this is a nice guy. You are not a nice guy. I don't need you to make it right. I don't need you to give me any money. I know Mike said I was impoverished. I guess that was a little dig because he's mad, but I gotta unfollow him too. I'm not tripping, man. I wish you the absolute best, bro. I really do.
You're gonna drop the video.
I'm gonna tell the truth. You haven't been truthful with me since I've met you, though, about anything.
Whoa. So are we talking or not?
I can't stop crying thinking about what did happen.
Yeah. Alright, so, Kia, I ain't ate since.
Me neither. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I'm so thin and pretty. I'm gorgeous. Stop telling me we're good. I have to pay my lawyer. Alright, I'm wasting my money, bro. I had to pay my lawyer and shit. It's fine.
No, but that's, essentially so now you're willing to sign a full-blown NDA.
Yeah, I do think this is deep, and then this is gonna hurt a lot of employees. And then a lot of people are gonna be like, well, I didn't see that. He do be yelling at Sam. And do the live still just to show people that you made it right, because that's all. And then with that settlement, I'm gonna get like the people that said that they were hurt by you. I'm going to help them so that they feel like they didn't just help me get everything, and then And I'm not gonna say that what you gave me or anything, but I'm gonna say he made it right. Be honest. Be honest, because people think we're having sex and we're not.
I know that you have enough right now, even without her. You know that. You know that also.
Yes. I have a lot of things. You've done a lot of things.
No, listen. So there is no reason for me, no reason at all, for me to spurn you at fucking all.
Or get off my phone and let's stop this. I don't give a fuck.
Fire today. Or we have no deal. I waited up until midnight last night. I'm tired. My back hurts. I'm thirsty. I'm hungry. I need to work. But I'm still fucking around with your bitch ass. Now, I said we were friends, but we ain't that goddamn close until we make a motherfucking deal. So make it, nigga, and make the right one.
Get them Glow.
Let's just make the deal, Ace. And we can move forward. And
No
we can
lawyer
get squared
like,
away. We
bruh.
can get squared away and everything can be finished.
Tighten up.
Do you think you can solve it by 5:30?
Mary, we got a long ways to 5:30. I've been working on this all morning. Since.
Well, spend more time convincing that nigga and less time talking to me. I gotta work and make videos. Thank you. I gotta do my Patreon. I got 500
Call me back in line. Call me back in line. All right, come back in line.
All right.
All right, love you.
Drop top, rain dripping, bad and bougie, I ain't tripping. Pull up, doors lifting, acrobatics, that bag flipping. Arm and Hammer, Betty Crocker.